Alright, I'm always asked how to use worm castings, what are their benefits, and the benefits are immense. I'm no soil biologist by any means, but I raise worms and I use the castings, and they're crazy great. I've always said that if your plant has issues, it's kind of dying, any of that sort of thing, if there's any life to it, it will bring it back. There's no real wrong way to use them, at least none that I've discovered. You can't kill your plant if you use too much, and if you use too little, you can just apply more. So that said, I have a friend who gave me a blackberry plant root cutting, and it's kind of, for the most part, dried out. So I've dug a little hole, and I'm going to show you what I do with the castings. So this is the blackberry plant. Never planted one before, but I'm gonna find out. I do know it says during the growing period it likes water. So this part of the yard, right next to my house, the water runs right off the roof and just kind of pools right in this area, more over there. So here it gets a little bit, gets enough. So I'm just going to stop talking and show you what I do. Castings. Wormies. Lots of wormies. Alright. Put that in there. Stay for me. And this is just what I dug out. It's all I'm using. Kind of a backfill here. It's just the native clay, evil clay soil. And what I might do is go grab some of my compost real quick and add that as well, just for extra benefits. But alrighty, so the compost has been added. Normally I would sift and then use like the bigger stuff like this, we call bigs. I would just use that as mulch because it'll break down. It just saves on having to go buy, mulch from the hardware store or whatnot. Yeah, I might have planted that too deep. But that's neither here nor there. That's just my personal preference. I don't use chemicals. I'm just not a fan of any of it. I don't trust any of it. I know everybody's like, oh, grandma, grandpa, great grandma, all that stuff, that they've used it for years, and it's wonderful, tra-la-la, all that. I don't. I like knowing what's in it and all that. Just let nature do its thing. Work with nature versus, fighting it. Every time you fight it, at least I've discovered that you make matters worse. Maybe not quite in the area that you're in. Sorry, I'm right-handed and I'm holding the camera with my left hand, so it's doing its own thing. So yeah, I've just, like right out there, that little black spot, that's, I don't know, some soil I bought just to test it. Like, I think it's the stay green or whatever it is at Lowe's, the flower and vegetable. And then, as you can see, all this type of stuff right here, I used some wood chips as mulch. It was natural, chip drop. I guess it's good stuff, but it had this in it, and this stuff is just kind of taking over my yard. And instead of me using chemicals, I'm just gonna let it do its thing, and I'll just plant as I plant and hope for the best. But that's it. Sorry, I didn't say anything. I threw the castings on before I put the natural soil back over this. and that's pretty much it. So it's castings in the bottom, castings in the top. Now you could totally mix the castings with whatever, with your natural soil. You can mix it with the compost. It just is what it is. Whatever you want to do. Like I said, the castings don't hurt anything. Thanks. Now I'm treating this kind of like a tree. I don't really know if that's good or bad. Like I said, I've never planted a blackberry bush, but I do know with trees you have to dig this massive hole, and it has two big main roots, and you want them to go left to right, not straight down, because it doesn't have a taproot. And what it'll do is act like there's a just as my dad taught me years ago, when you go weeding, shake off the old dirt. I don't think he realizes just how important that is. You're putting native soil right back where it goes when you mix it with your compost and castings, so you have all that natural microbiology. So yeah, totally forgot what I was saying, guys. Sorry about that. ADHD at its finest. All right, well, so I guess that's that. Still got more, and again, I could go on and feed this thing again on top, dress it with the leftovers of my castings if I wanted to. I think what I'll do is I'll just settle for attacked by a bug, throwing my compost back over it and calling it a day. So that's really it, guys. I'll check back on this plant. As you can see, it's not in the best of shape, but as you can see, they crack a little bit, but they're not breaking off, so they're not totally dry. So I'm going to put a bunch of water in this, and yeah, hope for the best. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching.